Then after that touchdown, 7-point game, and Sean Terry took over.
Zack, what's going on, man?
Thanks, Brandon. What's going on is the Mandan girls are enjoying another big lead behind me, and that's nothing new for Mandan. Now, it may not be quite playoff time here in Class AA, but this is a winner-go-home game here at St. Mary's between the Saints and the Midgets. Oh my goodness, Cade Wolford just dunks on the defender, sheds the tackle, and takes it all the way to put the Ironmen up 2 scores and get the entire crowd on their feet. Joined here by Minot North Sentinels head coach Jacob Holman. First off, Coach, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
So you guys just started as a varsity program last year. Can you talk about what it took to go from the first practice to here at the Dakota Bowl just 2 years later?
Yeah, our first varsity year was last year, but it all started in 2022 when we had this group of seniors that were freshmen.
Absolutely. In her last 3 matches, including last night, she's gone 14 kills, and the 17 you see on your screen right now, a 268 hit percentage, and 17 kills is her season high so far this year. She's getting hot at the right time, even though Bowling Green is getting pretty cold.
Last month, it was announced that Bismarck native and former Bismarck Blizzard star Britta Curl-Salemi would join Team USA in the 2026 Winter Olympics. Curl-Salemi just continues to stack up her career accomplishments at just 25 years old. And Bismarck girls hockey continues to feel the impact of what she's built here in the capital city.
There's nobody in Bismarck who doesn't know who Britta Curl is, and if you see the explosion that we've seen at the youth level in terms of girls coming out to play, and just knowing that there's somebody from your own hometown that can get that far, it's pretty special.
And current high school hockey players notice how special it is, and the path Curl-Salemi has paved for girls hockey players here at Bismarck.
Nobody from Bismarck really goes and makes it to that kind of a level, so it's cool that she did, and it just kind of puts like an example that you can do anything you put your mind to.
I think it just keeps your mind kind of want to keep pushing, and just knowing that you can always do something bigger, and just kind of seeing her out there just shows that there's always more.
The success Curl-Salemi has had isn't just given, it's earned. And Curl-Salemi's work ethic is a model used by her former coach, Tim Meyer, and teammate Kenley Anderson as they coach the Century Patriots.
One thing that I try to mention to the girls is the leadership that she brought to the team. She was always the first one in the locker room, the last one in the locker room. She was the first one on the ice, last one on the ice.
So happy for her. Obviously, that hard work pays off. It's one of those, you tell kids if you want to, be the best, then you're going to have to work a little bit harder than the rest, and it's paid off for her in dividends. Obviously, the success she had in high school carries over to Wisconsin, carries over now to the PWHL, and hopefully it continues over here into the Olympics.
Girls hockey is still growing here in Bismarck, and Curl-Salemi's success has been a part of that drive behind the sport.
Yeah, because growing up, you didn't really see a lot of girls hockey stuff. Nobody was really in the sport, so it's cool to see now how big it's gotten and how widespread it is, and people coming to our games now. So that's pretty cool.
It's definitely a little bit different than when Britta and I played here, but it's grown a lot, especially in the younger kids' game.
Hi, we're Jamestown Valley City 12U Proud. We look up to you every single day, and you're a big part of women's hockey for us. We wish you the best luck at the Olympics. Go Team USA!
You see a lot more younger kids coming to the girls' games and cheering them on and giving them high fives. It just kind of started getting that way when I was a senior. Little kids started to come towards and come on the ice with us, and it kind of makes it a big difference when little kids get to come to our game. And now that Britta is in the Olympics, it gives those younger kids even more motivation to come to our games and stay here in Bismarck and play. That
upward trajectory of girls hockey is not unlike the trajectory Curl-Salemi is on herself right now.
If she wins a gold medal, she's going to put it in her back pocket, but she's going to keep working for the next Olympics and hopefully try to win another championship with the Minnesota Frost, and she just keeps building.
On Friday, Century graduate Bergen Kinnebrew dropped 25 points in an overtime win over Sioux Falls that put her over 1,000 points in her career with Hugh Mary. It's been a long journey to this milestone for Kinnebrew that's included a ton of success right here in the capital city.
I'm just beyond blessed with how supportive everybody has been and just making it feel so special. My teammates, parents, coaching staff, everybody has just made it feel so special for me. I did know. Newman told me before our game against Mankato the week before, I needed 52 points, and he said, if you score them all tonight, we'll win.
Every single year Kinnebrew has been a Marauder, she has seen a massive uptick in her points and assists per game, going from 5 points and 1 assist her freshman year to 23 and 4 a game now.
I think it just kind of goes hand in hand with just being confident in myself, and then my coaches being confident in me as well, and just kind of saying, hey, you need to step up in this, and that, and then just being able to go out and do that and just have confidence in myself that I can do that. My freshman year, obviously, Lexi Schneider was the best player that we had on our team, and so I think that came with just watching her my freshman year, learning from what she did and how she kind of led the team, and just learning from that and then taking that role on this year.
Kinnebrew's rise to stardom with the Marauders has been no surprise to fans here in Bismarck. They watched her dominate at Century for 4 years. And for Kinnebrew, that support system from high school is still there for her.
Obviously having my family get to come out and watch every game when they can, when my brother's not playing. It's just nice to have that support, and then just my coaches and everybody and teammates just having that confidence in me, and then being able to look in the stands and just see so many familiar faces. Centuries came and watched multiple times, so seeing my former coaches and former teammates it's just really exciting.
That Patriots to Marauders pipeline has been strong the last couple of years, with former Patriot Eden Fridley and current Patriot Abby Foslin, who committed to UMary this year.
I think just being able to still connect with your teammates from the past. I didn't play much with Abby, but I do know her, and I think that it's really exciting to have people that you knew from high school and still being able to play with them.
All that success for Century, including a state title that Kinnebrew was a part of, bring playoff experience to the Marauders.
Just being a player and just knowing how much hard work and dedication when behind closed doors when nobody else is watching, using that into college now and really just focusing on staying determined and knowing what the end goal is. It's not easy to make it to the tournament. There's a lot of good teams in the NSIC conference.
The Vikings' offensive struggle lasted all night. They shot 32.5% from the field, and they could only muster 5 assists.
Yeah, Zach, you said that they struggled on the offensive side. Why is that?
Well, you see this zone they're running right here coming from Warren. It's trapping Jack Davidson up at the top, and they're trying to get the ball into Ashton Allman, as you see right here, number 34. A pass, and they try to get it in, and they just can't quite get it in. They had so much trouble working right here in the paint.
It looks like they did not have any trouble getting into new formations on defense.
Absolutely not. Warren's running a man right here, and you'll see Cobra Sharp come off this, and it's Julian Settleman over here ready to close in on Cobra Sharp. So in this man defense, you expect Julian Settleman's man to be open, but he's not. There's another guy who's going to come all the way from the corner to stop that pass down low to Jack Davidson. And that was the aggression that they were playing with all night. And you'll see coming here into the next play, you'll see Cobra Sharp at the baseline ready for an inbounds pass. Here's Cobra Sharp getting ready to throw it to Garrett Brown, and their aggression showed again. They doubled Garrett Brown right here because they had everything covered down low, so it forced them to know Garrett Brown was going to run to the top of the key. Next thing you know, Brown's in the ground, the ball's turned over, and they're out and running.
Welcome back to KX News. I'm live here at the Fargo Dome where 4 new state champions were crowned. We'll kick things off in Class AA where the Minot North Sentinels made their first ever trip to the Dakota Bowl in just their 2nd season at the varsity level. And to get their first win in the Dakota Bowl, they'll have to take down the Devils Lake Firebirds. And it's Devils Lake with a 20-9 lead in the 2nd quarter. They'll add to it as Mason Palmer's play-action fake springs Max Palmer wide open in the end zone. Into the 4th quarter, Devils Lake with the ball off a fumble. Palmer rolls to his right again, and he finds the open man again. This time it's Will Heilman. Minot North cuts it back down to a 1-score game. Firebirds trying to run down the clock, but Briar Exner says, I'll just take this one the distance. As he goes all the way to the end zone, we're right back to a 2-score game with just under 3 left. Minot North needing 2 scores. They'll get the first as Braden Blickery hits Christian Dedman in the flat, and he reaches across the pylon for the touchdown. But the Sentinels can't convert the onside kick, and Devils Lake takes the title 39-34. Jumping up to Class AAA, it's Century taking on Fargo Davies. Game tied up at 7 in the second quarter. It's Colton Tesh with the lane, and he's off to the races. Tesh with the spin cycle to evade 2 Century defenders, and he's in for the score. But the Patriots march right back down the field, and Noah Hurth threads the needle to Joey Kralik, who finds Pater. Point after is blocked. It's 14-13 Eagles. Into the second half, Eagles up a score. This time, Tesh tries left side, and he just explodes through the hole. Tesh won't be touched on his way to the end zone. And the ground game for the Eagles just keeps on rolling. This time, it's Ryland Fisher on the carry. He sees nothing but daylight. Another splash play for Davies in the running game, and Fisher takes it the distance as the Eagles just dominate.